Hi, welcome. Today we're starting a new class, and it's going to be called Bible Matters. And this is the essential question that we're asking ourselves throughout this class. Does the Bible matter to us today, living in the 21st century? Now, I know there are some of you out there who are saying, of course the Bible matters. The Bible is the inerrant word of God, and so it does matter. Even you asking the question makes me want to click the stop button and not listen to you anymore. I understand that. And there are some others of you out there who are saying, no, the Bible is not the Word of God. It was written by human beings who lived some 2,000 to 3,000 years ago, who were dealing with their own problems that have nothing to do with what we are going through today. I mean, the authors of the Bible, they're not thinking, oh, how do you treat one another when it comes to tanks or missiles, or how do you use things like a flip video and post it up onto YouTube or the Raven Foundation website. I mean, people aren't thinking about this as they're writing the Bible, so it doesn't have anything to do with our modern lives. To which I would say to both of you, yes and no. I mean, whenever somebody says the Bible is the inerrant word of God, I think an appropriate question to ask is, what do you mean by that? How is the Bible the inerrant word of God? I think in order to answer that question, I would posit to you this. The Bible is the Word of God in that it tries to explain something about what it means for God to be God, and also what it means for humans to be humans. And it does so. It tells us what it means to be human in very beautiful ways, and also in very ugly ways. It shows us what it means to be human in all of our goodness and in part of our not so goodness. Now, those of you who are saying the Bible doesn't have anything to do with us today, well, the people who wrote the Bible were dealing with different issues than we are dealing with today. But what the authors of the Bible are trying to do is to lay down some basic principles, some universal principles about what it means to be human. And these principles, if the Bible matters at all, are relevant to us today. So, does the Bible matter? Is the question that we are going to be struggling with. Now, lastly, what I want to discuss in this class is the word postmodernity. Now, if this word, I'm sure that you've heard it before, if it intimidates you, you're not alone. I'm also intimidated by this word, and so what I want to do is chop it down. So, whenever I hear somebody using this word, I kind of get the sense that they have no idea what they're talking about. And so if you get the sense that I have no idea what I'm talking about, that's okay, because nobody knows what this word means. Postmodernity. I think it means after the modern. But aren't we always in the modern? I mean, isn't this modern times right now? The present, isn't this modern? So how are we post the present time? I don't know. I have no idea what that means. But what was the modern world? What is this term postmodernity trying to get at? What was the modern world? Was the modern world the age of science? Was it the age of rationalism? Did we have this kind of view starting in the 18th century that science could tell us everything there is to know about the world? And now somehow we've gotten past that, so that this view of scientism, that science can tell us everything there is to know about the world, we no longer trust that? Is it trying to say that rationalism isn't as rational as we thought it was? Isn't as true as we thought it was? And so somehow we have to get beyond that, and that's what postmodernity is pointing towards? I mean, you see this today in phrases like truth is relative, right? Well, that's a truth statement about the relativity of truth. It's this truth is relative is a statement that kind of collapses upon itself. And you will also hear another one like, there is no meaning in the world. Well, that's a meaningful statement about the lack of meaning in the world. And so it's this kind of, it collapses on itself again. So where do we find truth and meaning in the postmodern world? How are we going to find this? Well, I think that these are some of the same issues that the people who are writing the Bible are trying to deal with. The postmodern world really isn't bringing us anything new. It's struggling with the same issues that humans have always struggled with. And maybe there is some guidance within science and also within our sacred traditions. So, that's kind of that's the introduction into our class. I hope that you'll continue to join me so that you can tell me where you think that I may go wrong or where you think that I may be on the right track. This will be a fascinating discussion for me, and I hope that you'll enjoy it too. So, I hope you'll join me next time when we talk about the foundation of the Bible, the book of Genesis. So, till then, take care of yourself. Bye-bye.